for it.
You know, mold.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So mining down like this is what we call winds mining, or that underhand stope. This is what we try to stay away from. This is extremely dangerous and it's extremely hard. Now we're at the bottom of an open hole, so I'm sure you can kind of figure out why it's so dangerous. If something goes wrong up here, if that bucket breaks off the cable, it gets tipped backwards or something like that, that's all gonna meet with us down there at some point in time. So I'm sure you can use your imagination past that point. To get it out is what makes it so hard, because we're working against gravity. We use a half-ton sinking bucket like what you're seeing there. We don't want the cable to snap, so we really only load that about halfway, so it takes 4 trips to fill that 1 ton lock on. We'll shoot a full 6-foot round down there on the floor. We're only gonna get about 4 foot of it mucked out by the end of our shift. So it takes roughly about 2 days to get a full round mucked out. I'm gonna show you how we use that sinking bucket. It can get pretty dangerous. I don't wanna take the chance of getting anybody hurt, and then have you guys gather off the timber in that way, off there. You go back that way there.
Back up, back up, back up.
That should work.
Okay.
Any questions?
How old's that system?
Honestly, we used it a couple of years ago.
Really?
That hoist, I think, was built in the teens. So we keep it pretty well maintained. Obviously, it's an actual air hoist. It was never steam. So, now, if we're sinking shaft, we use the same kind of method with the sinking bucket where we tip it over. We actually tip it over in worse if we're hauled to the surface, and we use an electric hoist, like that hoist I showed you. That's what that little hoist is meant for. And then if you guys are on this side of the skip going down, you know, if there was a hoist on 7, that was what that hoist was. That's actual steam hoist. That was meant for bringing us down here to the 10. That's how they sunk the shaft. If we were to do anything again where we sunk the shaft to get under these ore bodies, we set up a new station with a hoist on one side. That way we could bring the muck up, dump it, get it over into the skip, and then haul to the surface as you're extending your shaft down. It's a lot easier to extend shaft in the winds mine like this, because there's Crowderman that's going to do that for us. The Crowderman's kind of got a clamshell on it, so you can push that bucket around where you need to lay it on the ground. You got a clamshell to fill the bucket, and they're operating machine, and they extend themselves. They got frames inside of it. We kind of try to walk down and pull the shots. They're about a 20-foot machine. They're meant just for that. So, but you can't use a Crowderman in this because you don't have any timbers to support it. Let's head on down this way here, folks. Look down this grate here, you can see the other side of that wind.
That's the way it works, babe. And that's a chute.
That's back side of the chute, isn't it?
Yeah, that's ore cart.
Yep.
We had salt as ate that shovel to pieces.
Don't take long, dude.
No, I bet not. Gardner, Denver. All this stuff was made where we live. Made in Sedalia, Missouri.
Okay.
Pump
You
air?
guys were, do what now?
Pump air?
Yeah, so it's actually the pressurized mine. If we have bad air, we can shut that air door and fire that thing up, and it'll force the gas back into the rock.
Really?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Obviously, we don't use it that much, so. If it's a bad air day, we just don't go to work.
It don't look like it's raining a long time.
Actually, the motor itself, we ran not too long ago. We disconnect the pin and we just let it roll in there. So make sure it runs every now and again. But I'm kinda afraid to fire it up. I don't know if those belts would last too long. This is what we call a paddle fan. It's got those big white blades in it. If you guys have ever worked around these things, they make a lot of noise and they rattle really bad. And if somebody doesn't know what they're doing when they inspect the damn thing, the rivets come loose inside it and the paddles come off. And it acts like a grenade on steroids. They're not fun. I haven't had it apart in the better part of a year, so I don't even know what the rivets look like inside of it. So that's my fault. I should have taken it apart, but I haven't. I had other stuff going on.
Is that the old motor for it?
That was the original motor when this paddle fan was actually set up where that mucker unit was, and we moved everything back here. About 5 years ago, we put everything here, so we could just pressurize the entire mine instead of just that one section. So, and that's, I think, a 65 horse motor, and that's still a 65 horse motor there, but
Size has changed, ain't it?
a lot of things changed. When we fired that one up, when we used to use the pressurization fan, that son of a gun hums.
Was that Gardner Denver too?
No, this one is it's the same one as we got on the surface, our 75 horse. GE.
GE.
These ones are GE, and then we have a couple ABs on the surface. That one's an AB, I know for sure. So AB is something you use a lot more in the mining industry. They can do a lot of GE stuff. So it's just it's more built for this type of industry, being wet and stuff like that, where the GE stuff is good, but has a lot of open veins to it and stuff, so meant more for the surface stuff.
Right.
Any questions about your guys' tour?
No.
No, it was
Enjoyed it.
awesome. Thank you.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Should we get it with a real, tour guide?
Do what?
Should we get the tour again with a real tour guide? Not
Absolutely.
just a maintenance guy?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Works for me.
I think you did great, man.
Here.
I think you did great.
You'll know all the history.
I guess we probably learned more from you than we would have him
Yeah.
on the mining side.
Yeah, on the breaking rock.
Is that iron leaking over there?
Yeah,
Is that what that is?
more iron, more sulfur and whatnot, so. In fact, it doesn't matter, me and my mining partner, I had another crew that winter. This was quite a few years ago now, better part of 10 years ago. It was before we moved this, before we moved all this over here. We redid this entire station in the shaft. These timbers are over 15 years old, and they still look like we put them in.
I was just thinking you did.
Look new, yeah.
So,
Don't look like that shovel back there.
no.
That shovel's about gone.
Yeah, that one's done wore out. And also, technology always has to advance. In the mining, look over there, that's our man gurney. Everybody knows what that is.
Oh, yeah. Don't fall down, huh?
So, they've updated them within the past 5 or 6 years. They got away from that chicken wire in them. They started putting, barbed wire in, hold them in better.